Hey everybody, and welcome to the WHCC booth at WPPI 2023, and we're very excited to be hanging out with Andrea Murphy at the booth today, so thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I was very surprised to see you walking down the alley, very pleasantly surprised today to have you swing by, so thank you. We were chatting a little bit before we got onto camera today, and you were telling us about some of the transition that your business has been going through from weddings to mostly boudoir. You want to tell us a little bit about that transition?
Sure. So I have kind of fallen out of love with weddings after being a wedding photographer for 20 years or so. It was just kind of time for a change in my life. I've got kids that are growing up and working weekends, and then having the wedding hangover the day after wasn't working for me. So when COVID hit and all my weddings canceled, within a 2-week period, I decided that I should put my focus into boudoir photography. So really it's been in the last 3 years that I've kind of gone fully into that, and now I've made quite a transition from weddings to boudoir.
Right. And for those of you that haven't heard of the wedding hangover, she's not talking about alcohol. That is a real thing. Like I can remember that for 10, 12 years. That next day, you're just crashed. Yeah, for sure. So as you've been transitioning to boudoir, and you mentioned about 3 years in there, is there any other product lines or any other styles of photography that you're doing to supplement that, or is it just like specifically boudoir now?
I still do a number of other lines of photography. I have Santa that I do every Christmas. I still photograph families and newborns, but really my passion is lying with boudoir. But it's helped in the last 3 years as I've pulled back from weddings more and more, that I can supplement my income with families and other things like that while I built up my boudoir business.
Right. So when you are marketing for boudoir, and to make that transition within 3 years, you had to, I would assume, be fairly pinpoint as far as like the market you're going after. How did you do that and make that transition from weddings to boudoir from a marketing aspect?
I think I started with just a VIP group. I had heard people talking about that. So I started that and added the people I knew to it. And then that just kind of built from there. And I did a few parties in that time where we would, we call them bubbly and boudoir. So I've got ladies that come into the studio, have them bring friends with them, and we will sometimes do a discounted session just to kind of grab them at that time. But I've done that. I also did a total update, pulled boudoir off of my main website and created my own website separately, and that has been a game changer for me. I really hesitated to do that for a long time. I'm not even sure why now, but that has helped tremendously.
That's awesome. So then you're doing your session. Do you have an assistant that you work with, or are you just photographing all by yourself for the sessions?
I have an office manager that's in the studio. She's in the studio about 25 to 30 hours a week. So when she is there, she's helping some. Really what she does mostly during my sessions is social media behind the scenes kind of shots for me. But she's helping on the back end with culling and getting images ready so I can put my focus into shooting and making sales.
Yeah, that's awesome. So then you're doing your session. Are you doing your sales same day then, or are they coming back later?
I'm still having them come back about a week to 10 days later. That just works a little bit better for me. I feel like I put my all into the session, so I'm not one of these people that can shoot 4 or 5 sessions in one day. More power to all the people that do that, but I'm toast afterwards. And part of the reason of getting out of the weddings was not to feel exhausted all the time. So I just have them come back. I shoot 1 week, do my sessions 1 week, and then we sell the following week.
I love that, because then your mind can be in the creative realm, and then it can be in the business realm. That's fantastic. Well, I'm really happy for you, and after doing weddings for a number of years, I'm very happy that you are to a different place in your business for that. So thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. We hope you've enjoyed this interview with Andrea Murphy. We're at WPPI 2023, and we'll be back with you soon.